If you want to be a good player, then you have to learn how to control the ball out of the air. Now, in a previous video, we went over the first touch technique for controlling the ball directly out of the air. So make sure you check out that video if you haven't seen it. But what if I told you that there's another technique for receiving the ball out the air that many players don't know about, but it's actually one of the most important skills in the game that every player needs to learn? We're going to call this technique the directional first touch. And by mastering this skill, you will be able to control the ball out the air while evading defenders at the same time, helping you to create space to dribble, pass, or shoot. So we're going to go over what this skill is, why it's so important, and then we're going to give you a couple of simple drills you can do by yourself to master this skill. So let's get into it. The directional first touch is when you use your first touch of the ball to control it while also dribbling away from defenders and into space. Now you can do a directional first touch when receiving the ball in the air and also on the ground. To do it when controlling the ball out the air, you use the inside or outside of your foot to take your first touch on the ball as the ball hits the ground. By doing this, you can receive the ball and begin dribbling at the same time. Now, depending on the situation, the directional first touch is the better technique to use for a couple of reasons. First, the directional first touch lets you surprise defenders when they least expect it. Most players will receive the ball standing still, which allows defenders to prepare for whatever the attacker is going to do. But with the directional first touch, you'll be able to dribble by defenders before they are ready to defend against you. You will then be able to decide what to do next, since the defender will likely be off balance or will no longer be in your way. Second, mastering the directional first touch will make you a more effective player by helping you create space in tight situations. The best players are able to use their first touch in any scenario to create space for themselves to dribble, pass, or shoot. And for many players, one of the toughest times to create that space is at the moment you're receiving the ball on the ground and especially in the air. In fact, and defenders should pay attention here, good defenders will try to pressure a player as soon as they're receiving the ball, because if their first touch isn't good, this is a great time to steal the ball and start a counterattack. But if you can master the directional first touch, you will be able to consistently create space for yourself so that you don't lose possession of the ball no matter when and how hard a defender is pressuring you. And third, mastering the directional first touch will help you improve your overall game, because it helps you improve your comfortability with the ball. As I stated in my very first video, your first touch is the most important skill to develop, and by continuing to practice and develop this skill, you will have more time on the ball in order to do whatever you need to do on the pitch. So now that we know why this skill is so important, let's go over some drills. In this first drill, all you need is a ball and some space. You're going to toss the ball up over your head, let it bounce, and then as the ball is about to hit the ground, use the inside of your foot to do the directional first touch. You're going to do this touch as many times as you can to get used to the technique. Make sure you go in every direction and practice doing this touch with both feet. Don't speed through this drill. You want to go as slowly as you need to master the technique and the position of your body as you're doing this skill. Once you get comfortable, you can pick up the pace gradually. If you want to increase the difficulty in any of these drills, you can either toss the ball up higher or try doing the directional first touch before letting the ball bounce. This second drill is basically identical to the first one, except you're using the outside of your foot to do the directional first touch. Again, you're going to do this touch as many times as you can, going in every direction and practicing with both feet. Take your time with this, as practicing the touch with the outside of your feet may be a bit more difficult than with the inside of your feet. Go slowly until you get comfortable, then try to pick up the speed as you go on. Now these next 2 drills are really focused on the direction of your touch. Place 4 cones, or whatever else you have, such as bottles, shirts, or bags, about 8 to 10 steps apart from each other in a big square. Just like in the first 2 drills, you're going to toss the ball up over your head and let it bounce, but as the ball comes down, you are going to do the directional touch with the inside of your foot through each side of the square. You're going to go in a clockwise order around the square with your right foot and then once with your left foot to complete 1 rep. When you start, do this drill slowly because you want to focus on getting your body in the right position to take your touch in each of the 4 directions. The positioning may be tough at first, but with practice, you'll get it. And as you get better with your positioning and your touch, you can try to pick up the pace. Now in this 4th drill, you're doing the same setup as the previous one, but you will be focused on taking your touch through each side of the square with the outside of your foot. The outside of the foot directional first touch is a little more difficult than the inside of the foot touch. So start off slowly and build up your confidence as you practice the technique. Also, make sure you are really focused on your body positioning for your touches. Again, this will be more difficult with the outside of the foot touch, so make sure you're really taking your time as you start off doing this drill. And there you have it. Those are 4 simple drills you can do to master the directional first touch. Now I have a number of other videos that go over various first touch drills, so make sure to check those out if you want more drills to improve your game. If you found this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more skills tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. This is Footy Made Easy, and we'll see you next time.